All right, guys. I think we're live. Are we live? Ooh, I almost clicked end screen stream. Oh, that would have not been good. All right, so let's get started here, guys. We are back in Berlin. Probably talk about it a bit more later in the video. Can't really tell, so it doesn't really make a difference anyway. So guys, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream where we first review the watch list and we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling good, ready to go. Whew, got their stretches in. I'm back at my standing desk and it's really, really nice. Although I gotta say my legs are already tired. I've pretty much been standing all day and I'm ready to sit down. Today's Monday, after all, first day of the week. Here we go. It's October 5th and it's 9:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we've got another 14 minutes before the market opens at 9:30 and then we'll wrap up this stream at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me quickly show the disclaimer and then we'll get right into the watch list. All right. Boom. So CRVS, guys, is one of our lead gappers here. Good morning, everyone. CRVS, one of our lead gappers, kind of a late bloomer at first, didn't start popping up. Well, okay, maybe not that late, but it really kind of started popping up at like 7:20. Usually we'll have a lead gapper from yesterday, right? So this one really was a lead gapper of this morning, which isn't always the case. SPY right now is at 0.69%, something to keep in mind. Actually, let me just write that down so I don't forget about it. All right, wrote it down. Okay, CRVS, 115 million market cap, 23 million float, US biotech with phase 1 coronavirus study results. Sounded really, really good. So micro news on a larger macro topic, always a really good combination. This was a recent runner and we recently traded this one as well. Right now we're on the 4-hour chart. This was back here on 7-8. This was like right before these small caps really started kind of dying down a lot. We have really a decent amount of support. Looks like right above 5.5 and then again right around 5. So those are some key zones and we have big resistance roughly at 6. Let's go to the daily chart on this one. It does have recent spike days here on CRVS. This date kind of held the highs okay. In this area, we actually kind of held the highs all right as well. So it's going to be an interesting mover day. We really have that $7 big resistance we want to break through, and from there, we might see a move all the way $8 or so. So let's see what happens. I traded this one quite a lot pre-market. At first, I was trading it kind of lightly. I only did one little trade here. Then I was looking for a breakout here on CRVS, didn't get the breakout. I missed these two perfect moves to the upside. I was walking, I don't know, I was doing something else. I didn't get back to literally somewhere in this area, and that's when we were talking about it in the chat room earlier. So I was like, oh man, this would have been a perfect, breakout pullback trade, something in this, and then look for a break of the $6 zone, but I missed it. That probably was the best setup. I did a bounce trade here. Actually, I was waiting for this to hold. We held, and on the way up, I bought into the breakout here. So this was actually a breakout trade, although I bought it on a 1-minute pullback inside the 1-minute candle. Just a few more failed trades here in this area. Finally, the reversal happened. I didn't trade it, but then I actually traded this pullback here. Was looking for a bigger move. It didn't happen. Closed it out. Small win. So yeah, CRVS, it's okay. It seems to have some selling pressure in it, but overall it's okay. So we're up CRVS. We're up $133 so far pre-market on it. And then EXPR, guys, we had a pretty slamming little trade on EXPR. We'd made a whole video on EXPR Friday and we talked about it. So I traded EXPR right. I bought the pullback after it had this big break to the upside. I placed a limit order and then I pretty much left my house because I had a few other things planned. So I got this pullback here. I wasn't even aware that I got the pullback. I just, we talked about this one on possible entries in the recap video. And yeah, otherwise I probably would have sold here on this move back to like 0.84, but I wasn't online. So I sold this one pre-market, took my profits off the table, made about like 200 bucks on this trade. Not too bad. I'm looking for maybe a dip buy on EXPR. Maybe we'll do a secondary entry on it. So I'll have a limit order out for this one, but at the moment, I don't know. At the moment, I'm not going to be trading it unless we get like a really, really nice entry on it, which could be somewhere around 0.725 or something like that. Nice guy. Nice, yeah. Thanks for Molly. Mohammed says, take a look at PACD. Sure, we'll check it out. Not too bad. Sub dollar, so I usually don't trade these. They could be good. I'm not saying they're not good to sometimes trade. They're just not really my style. I don't really like the fact that they oftentimes are lacking significant volume. So it's hard to get in and out of these trades. Not to mention on sub dollar, a lot of people don't trade them because they pay fees per share. So you pay massive fees on trading sub dollars. So they just trade a little bit more weird. You get flashes and it's just not my favorite. So could be a great swing trade, especially if you know more about it. Maybe it's got some news coming out or whatnot. Could be good. Looks like I did find a little bit of a support zone. It's just one of those tickers, you can hold it for weeks, nothing happens. But, this thing could easily, break 0.5 and then maybe hit the 180-day moving average. That'd be a really, really nice move. So anything's possible, but I won't be trading it. Grnq popped up on the scanners not too long ago as well. 72 million market cap, 60 million float, Hong Kong conglomerate where they are incubating a satellite communications venture. Kind of interesting catalyst there for sure. I missed this whole run up here. I was not really watching Grnq. Right now it's definitely probably the lead gapper, followed by CRVS. Looks like the lead gappers we had this morning kind of died off quite significantly. So yeah, CRVS and Grnq are going to be what I'm watching out of the gate. Let me just really quickly talk about our old lead gappers here. We had KOS, which is just selling off so much that I probably wouldn't even look at it. It's around almost 50% selling off now. A big company as well, 400 million market cap, 380 float. U.S. oil and gas company. They have increased liquidity because they closed a $200 million Gulf of Mexico facility. Okay. I mean, does sound good, but looks like there's a lot of people trying to dump this stock. So why would we want to be getting along KOS? It might have some really nice bottom bounces. I could see this thing having, 10, 20, 30% rip at the open. I would not be surprised. I think it'd probably be worth looking at. A lot of volume here, so definitely worth keeping an eye on. Long term on KOS, a little bit, weird. Not like something I get super stoked about. That big resistance at $2 is just, a huge place to get through. So I'd be a little bit weary on this ticker. And then, bigger support right here at 1.3. So you can kind of see we're in that 1.3 zone. We're hitting it a few times here. We had our first bounce off this area. Then it became resistance. This could be a really good support zone around like 1.2. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how KOS performs, but has possibilities if you're into dip buying. Let's see. ENLV. 7 million float, Israel biotech coronavirus treatment data from the 1st of October. So this one already had its run. It was a big gapper here. Looks like some people bought into the anticipation of the news. Maybe some people had some inside information, whatever. And then the gap day was on the 1st. Then obviously the 2nd was a Friday. Then 3, 4 was the weekend. And now it's the 5th. So let's see how the ENLV will open up here. So far, it's not really holding its highs at all. It's a little bit of a disappointment, but it's only down like 27, 28% from pre-market highs. So it's technically still in the race. I could see this one popping back above 14. I don't really see it going above 18.5 at this point in time. Not a lot of volume on this ticker, so yeah. WWR, no real thoughts at the moment. It was a lead runner, but it's kind of just been chilling. go here. This was actually a lead gapper from when was that? Last week sometime. I think, did we even trade it? I don't know if I got a trade in on it. Yeah, actually, it had a bigger spike on Friday that I wasn't aware of. So I take, yeah, I was wrong about that. I thought it was still chilling here in this area. It actually did have a big move. I don't know, multi-day run, it's holding its highs really, really well. Kind of impressive, I gotta say. I was not expecting this from what I had in memory from WWR. Really nice overall bounces. Could be something. It looks like it's gonna keep going, maybe. I don't know. I'd be very weary in the 5.5 to 6 zone. I think there's gonna be a lot of resistance on this one. You know, it's had a really, really nice move to the upside. But a ticker like this, you know, it could easily break 650. Maybe it's gonna hit these highs again. That I could easily see this at like $9.30, $10 at one point this week. Not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm just, you know, I wouldn't be surprised, let's just say. It's just something that you see time and time again. So far, really, really nice multi-day run here on WWR, so really cool there. JWN, let's just very quickly, JWN, there's a lot of lead gappers here I want to focus on. JWN doesn't look like it's doing anything, doesn't have any volume. I wouldn't focus on this one at the moment. In terms of day trading, maybe it's a swing trade, I don't know. All right, so let's go back to GRNQ, guys. I really want to focus on GRNQ and CRVS out of the gates, how are we going to trade these. And then I do think KOS is going to be kind of an interesting possible dip buy around 1.2. I don't know, we'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting morning here. This is actually pretty decent support right here in this area, GRNQ. CRVS, anything at like 530, I would be jumping on that for sure. So I'll be looking at that. Another 2.5 minutes here before the market opens. Good time to check everything. Make sure you have good till, or I have day selected right here so I don't trip over myself. Good till cancel on extended hours does not allow stop losses. And sometimes if you double click a sell order or something like that, it'll try to make a stop, give you an error message. And depending on how fast your computer is, sometimes it takes like a second or two before you can close that error message, which might totally be the amount of time you need to get out of a trade if it's a fast mover. Tyler, fair enough. As long as you follow the trades at your own risk. But never recommended. Another minute, 30 seconds, guys. What do we got here? CRVS, looking for this one. You know, we got that $6 of resistance, and we got probably around 5.5 to 5.3, some major support. We're kind of in the middle of those two areas, so let's see. I'd rather have it pull back and buy support and look for a reversal, or I'm going to buy a breakout if it looks like it's holding its highs, and then buy the pullback. With GRNQ, this was a really strong move so far. Makes me think, you know, how do I want to trade GRNQ? $175 is big support, but that's quite a ways down. I don't really see ourselves getting down to 175. That's a 30% move. I actually see this one probably popping up here, maybe 275, and maybe it's going to have a continuation. Right now it's had the first leg, it's consolidating. Maybe it's going to do a second leg. So maybe it's going to do the classic gap and go. I don't know. GRNQ, it's a no trade for me at the moment until I see something, you know, a little bit more set up on it. I could see this easily flushing VWAP as well, so I don't want to touch it right now. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. SPY and markets are green. Yep, Grnq is having that spike higher. Nice move there. CRVS selling off a little bit. 10% move almost on Grnq. Let's see what happens. CRVS, big sell-off there on CRVS. Kind of what I was thinking might happen. But again, I'm not ready to buy it yet at 550. Let's see what happens here. I'd rather see 550 break and selling volume slow down just a little bit. Grnq having some issues. Bit of a sell-off now on Grnq. CRVS selling off. I don't really see a break of Grnq of 2, so I'd probably buy on some support. CRVS, I'm about to possibly have an entry on it. I'm not going to switch my screens because I want to watch Grnq. So if I do get an entry on CRVS, unless we have a bit more time. CRVS having a huge bounce here in this area. $221 was the low of Grnq. No trades yet on me, for me. I'm just sitting and waiting. Possible entry, just got an entry on CRVS. Small size. Small size on CRVS. Just going to show it quickly here. You can see the trade on CRVS, looking for possible second fill. Otherwise, I'm looking for a red to green on it. So far, so good. CRVS looking for a possible exit here. Looks like it's sell volume, buy volume slowing down a little bit. So if we have a little bit spike to the upside, probably get out of this one. Otherwise, I'm going to be averaging down on CRVS. Possible average down right now. Just average down on CRVS. Just average down in CRVS. Total size 5365. My average price 1,000 shares. $550. 9 EMA at 550. Looking for a move past 44. Selling off a little bit more than I was expecting. CRVS. Jumped the gun on it. Let's see how we're going to treat this one. I was looking for that break back above 5.5, but some buyers back in here. Close my position. Would have wanted to hold this one a little bit longer, to be honest, but my thesis was a little bit light. So here we go. Pulling back CRVS could be a great entry here at 536. I'm not going to trade it just yet. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Maybe we'll see a better setup. Let's see. 536. Buyers there at 536. This could break back above 9 EMA. Would not be surprised. CRVS trying for that EMA break. We had a pretty small trade, like a half a base hit. Usually my smaller trades on $5 stock are 20 cents a share. This was about a 10 cents a share trade, so definitely on the smaller end. Grnq is having some hard times. CRVS looks good. I'm looking for that break of CRVS at 4.4. I'm no longer long on it. Yep, there we go. There we finally got it. So could have, should have, would have held maybe a bit longer, but at the same time, it was so much weaker than I was expecting. So I closed that trade. It is what it is. CRVS looks like it's going to break 5.6, maybe even, but I don't know. No trade for me just yet. I could easily see this one flushing down, so I'm not going to be long on this one just yet anymore. Garima, I cut losses usually closer to 3-4%. I was never down more than 2% on CRVS, so cutting losses on that trade does not make any sense. Exactly, Darren. There we go. CRVS just had the flush. I'm not sure, Tony. I'm not looking at it at the moment. CRVS, guys, possible second entry on it. I like this one selling off a little bit from here. Something closer to $5 I'd probably consider trading. That first dip on it was not really that strong, but there was a lot of sellers constantly on it. Grnq could be a really, really good setup. Looking, waiting. If anyone's totally new here, check out the video series when you guys have time after the market's closed or before the market starts. We have a few videos that go over the whole entire what we do here. If you guys have any questions, you can learn more about the strategy. It's totally free. I'm just usually 30 minutes of the market open. I have to be a little bit more focused on trading right now. It's hard for me to focus on the chat room. And then we'll start switching our attention a little bit. Grnq and CRVS are both my focus right now. Not really seeing Grnq doing anything I'm hoping for. CRVS could be another setup, but A lot of sell volume on this one so far. All the major volume spikes have been red on CRVS. So I don't really see myself touching it just at the moment. KCAC, guys, at 1576. Well, that's going to be a swing trade for later. I'm going to write it down. KCAC below pretty much 16. We've been looking for these numbers for a while. Actually, let me just go to it right now. Possible entry on KCAC for a swing trade. I already have a limit order on this one. So yeah, let's see if we can go really below here, below 15. That would be huge for KCAC. At the moment, I probably still won't touch it. CRVS might break that 9 EMA, guys. If CRVS breaks that 9 EMA, it could be a big setup here for a move back to VWAP. %18 down from pre-market highs. It's holding this area very well. 8.6% down from the open, and then Grnq. Grnq really does not have the volume that I was expecting it to have. So ENLV, guys, had a really nice bounce here. Kind of surprised. And then KOS keeps on selling off. Could be a really good dip buy at one point, but I don't know. For me, it's a no trade at the moment. Yeah, it's like I wonder. I think KOS. I mean, KOS has big 9 EMA support roughly at 105. So I don't know. Something like above $1 could be really interesting for KOS. But at the moment, it's just selling off. Gotta make sure you understand that it's on the backside of a move, and you got to take your base hits if you're dip buying it. And then reversals, I don't know, near whole numbers, near big pivot points, and then accumulating near those areas would be how I would probably go about KOS. First time Webull crashed on me, Daniel says, oh man. WWR halted, woo. Let me pull this one up. WWR right now is our third lead gapper on the day. Kind of surprising here, $39 million volume. A lot of activity there. I'm still watching CRVS on my second screen, but at the moment it's a no trade. No possible setup that I really like. Yeah, it's WWR. Good call out earlier. Really nice move here. I was totally misaware of this move on Friday. I wasn't looking at it. I think, was this a late? Yeah, this was a late morning move. So we wrapped up trading right around 11 o'clock. So, you know, it had a small little bump, but obviously we missed this whole entire run up here on WWR. That's why I wasn't really acknowledging it so much pre-market today. But yeah, sweet move there. This one's going to open up really soon here at 9:43 and 9:44 and 24 seconds. Sorry about that. No thoughts on NIO right now. Sorry, bot stick. Bot CRVS at 5:48. I know I'm still thinking CRVS might attempt to break lower here, but if it keeps holding its highs, especially as we get close to 10 a.m., I think it's going to have an attempt to just break back to VWAP at one point. So we have to see where that's going to be. So CRVS could be a good setup, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like it's trying to break this 9 EMA. Wouldn't be surprised if it did. Oh! It's trying hard. It's trying so hard. Boom, 5.5, 557. Hey, CRVS is not looking too shabby. Nice open on WWR. Could be buy around 5 if it has a quick pullback before continuing. EVFM. We could talk about swing trades later. We always talk about swing trades usually starting around 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we could definitely check about EVFM. Nice move on CRVS, guys. Really, really nice move here. Express holding its high. So far, so good on Express, back at 8.84. Really, really good move here on this one. Yeah, VIX is up quite a lot today, almost 5%. That's huge. Grnq found a little bit of support right around $2. CRVS is now the lead gapper. CRVS, guys, looks like it's charging up here. Could be a move towards VWAP. I'm just watching this one. No trade yet on me. For me, just thinking, you know, where could this be a good setup? It's not a nice minute. Oh, wow. Look at that pullback. I was just about to say it's not a nice 5-minute setup on CRVS. Look at that dip it just had. I was hoping we would see a move to $5, but we never really got that move. So 525 could be that big support zone. Let's see what happens here. Nice NP. 56 cents a share. It's pretty solid. WWR halted again. Yeah, it probably is. He loves those setups. Let's see here. It's in a nice range as well. I'm putting alerts on Grnq. Yeah, nice move so far on WWR. This is kind of the second big green day in a row, although it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, arguably, 2 of which were pullbacks. CRVS selling off again into the selling 520 now. We'll look into WWR much more, I think, in a little bit. I kind of want to dig into it myself here. Why it's been running up so long. It's a bit of a slower mover in a weird way, but yeah, 32% is really, really good. A slow move, and I mean by like that it's up on its day like only 38%. But I guess it's really put in that big move on Friday. That's really when it was hot. CRVS, guys, selling off again here. Okay, no, just found a little bit of support. It looks like it was in the 518s for a second. I was like, oh man, I think we're gonna go to the lowest teens, but then it bounced right back up. P&L on the day, live the second life. We always show near the near 10:30 when I wrap up day trading. I don't want to make it a focus as just something that I don't like to think about while I'm day trading. Yeah, and Bren, we entered Express. I was up like 7-8% on it, and then I closed it pre-market actually. But I might buy back on it. So that was a nice trade. Very quick. Didn't really feel like I wanted to hold it too long, but So far, so good. Yeah, a little quickie. It was a good setup. It was just about like a perfect first green day breakout and then buying the pullback. So sometimes you just got to jump on those setups when you see them. Otherwise, you just get FOMO because you're upset that you missed it. WWR is going to open up here at 9:51 and 34 seconds. KCAC, guys, below 1532. I'm going to put one more alert on this one. I got alerts going off on this ticker just all crazy right now. If we break 15, there's no way I'm not going to buy KCAC. CRVS still selling off. Wow, nice break here on WWR again, breaking 650, solid 660. Wow, this thing is just crawling. Big volume on this one, looking good, guys. That executive order catalyst seems to be pretty good, although it seems like a little bit fluffy news. It just applauds president, so it has nothing to do with WWR specifically. So just keep that in mind. This thing's just kind of on a hot multi-day run. Long-term chart looking really rough on WWR. A lot of these failed spikes to the upside. I think we could see $10 on WWR though, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen today. Maybe it will, especially if it doesn't happen this morning, maybe in the afternoon. So far, really, really strong start on a multi-day upward trend. Sometimes these, end up being really, really strong. Not my favorite risk-reward setup though, at the moment. Who doesn't love a Monday morning quickie, guys? Brandon just read that. It seems like the community's on board. I like it. Woo! All right, I feel like this is the first time I'm taking a little breather here. Let's see, WWR, guys. Possible pullback entry around 6. 9 EMA coming in as support. Still in an upwards trend. CRVS, guys, might be gaining some momentum again. Doesn't have the volume yet, but it might have the price action to show that it might do a little bit of a reversal sometime soon. Still no trade for me. Still a little bit choppy here in this kind of no man's land. Would like to see a clear setup on CRVS. Nice, happy to hear, Ramoli. Yeah, breakout trading isn't really my favorite thing. If I'm going to trade a breakout, I usually wait for the pullback and then dip trading on a stock that's reversing, pulling back, taking base hits on it. I really, really do enjoy that. I don't know. It's just everyone's got a different style, and you got to know your style. Boom, CRVS. That's the pullback I was waiting for. Let's see how low it can go. Who knows? Maybe that was it. Maybe we're gonna miss it. That was not a lot of sell volume on CRVS just now. Always take note when the sell volume on a spike to the downside is very light. Wow, CRVS almost had a full recovery right away. New minute in 7 seconds. WWR, is this a pullback opportunity? Is this a little bit of a 1 minute bear flag here? I don't know. CRVS just try to break it to a new low. I'm still waiting for CRVS to get closer to $5. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what I'm waiting for. Nice move there on WWR again. Nice, Jay. Really nice. Sony CEO getting arrested? No, I did not, Johnny. That's true. That's true. No need to write too many questions back to back. WWR, watching it, guys. Look at those sellers piling on this one. This is why I'm not usually crazy about trading halts. Looks like it's going to get halted here going down. I'm not crazy about it. This one could find support, though, on this move to the downside, and could easily have a reversal. It could open up with the halt. I don't see any news coming out. This could be a really nice open on this halt. Maybe it's going to dip to like $6, maybe like $5.90, and then might pump back to the upside. I don't know. Those are just guesses, but we see this halted a lot on the way down when there's no news or nothing really drastic going on. Sometimes they're great entry points. For money laundering, yeah. I'll have to look into that. Good call out, though. Yeah, the thing, Aaron, is there's a lot of traders, including Ross, that have halt scanners, right? And when a stock gets halted, it's like a bunch of traders look over and see what's going on. So it gets on people's radars, and that's really what creates momentum. CRVS, guys, I think it might be reversing here. It keeps finding support. I really wanted to buy it under 510. Constantly was missing the opportunity for it. Looks like it's pulling up higher here. Possible entry at 526. 528, trying to get an entry. 528, got an entry. Small share size at the moment. Looking for that break of 5.4. Pull back here. Possible continuation, looking for the break of 5.4. $5.30. Decent momentum. A little bit lighter though. Try to take some profits there at 5.38. To close out this position, it was just slower than I would have hoped for, so I closed out on this one. Yeah, it looks like it might dip here even. Yep. It's just so flushy, CRVS, when it doesn't have those nice moves. Might be over for this ticker. I don't know. It's only 10:02. I mean, this one has plenty of time. That was a really sketchy move. You have to be quick on these downtrending stocks. That's why I really say, guys, always know why you're entering and exiting a trade, especially a downtrending stock. You got to be quick on them. Got to be very, very quick. Was looking for that breakout. I bought the pullback on the 9 EMA. Was showing weakness. I didn't like. I gave it 2 attempts, and then I closed out. Just it wasn't fast. CRVS. Still watching it. Large cap's doing pretty okay today. Grnq broke the 2, but holding this area pretty all right. I'd be probably looking for a bounce around like 175. I don't know. Grnq could be a really interesting one. It has a decent amount of volume. I do like what I'm seeing on it to some extent. It just has the potential for a really strong reversal, I think. WWR back on. So there was that quick pullback. Let's see if it breaks that 9 EMA right here, that blue line right above us. Let's see what happens. WWR got halted going down. I'm not trading this one. Too much risk for me. Could be a good setup here. This would be the possible entry if I did trade it. I'm just kind of running it through my head right now. Mentally practicing. This is basically trading in a simulator right now in my mind. Thinking what I could do in the future on these setups. Watching that price action. It's a little bit weak, but it's holding. It's tried to sell off several times, so it's holding pretty nicely. Boom, yeah, I'd probably be taking some profits in this area. So that could have been a decent little trade. That was like a 4% pop right there. But not the nicest risk reward. Nice, there we go. Hit the 9 EMA, sweet. Is SPI back at it? What? Yeah, there it's chilling. Nice little move there. SPI, big old sell-off on this one for the last few days since we called it out, what, like 2 weeks ago? CRVS, guys, still might be hanging on here. I really got to say, I might trade this one more time. Looks like it's possibly setting up here for that break of 5.4. I don't feel super comfortable trading it just at the moment. It's been busy for 10 minutes. Oh man, just Chad Michael. That sounds pretty stressful. I can't trade on mobile apps. Some people do it. I just can't do it. I've tried. It's not for me. CRVS, yeah, it's a tricky one to read. CRVS was really nice pre-market, and ever since then, it's just been a little bit like a flopping fish. You know, just like you don't even know how to grab it. You're like, what's going on here? So that's why I've been really kind of sketchy on trading it. I've been just taking my profits quickly. I've been waiting for the entries, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to have a break of 5.4 at one point, and kind of pains me a little bit to know that I'm not going to be up. Okay, there was the break of 5.4. Yeah, there was it. Yeah. So I tried to trade that break a few times, specifically the 5.51, but yeah. I don't know. It's so flushy that buying the breakout here on CRVS is just so sketchy. Like the chances of it just flushing on you, being down 5% is just so high. But I could see an attempt to break a VWAP. So I'm just going to keep watching this one. See how it goes. Right now it's still in a solid uptrend. Volume coming in there. Buy volume in strong. Pulling back to 540 now. This could be a launch pad here. 540. 543, 550, could be the break of 550. Here we go, 550, yep. Ooh, so close for that entry. Small size. Looking for that break of 550 again. Small size in this trade. Looking for the break of 550. I'm out of this one. I don't know if I took a loss or not. Yeah, I wasn't. No, I'm scratch. Total scratch trade. Thought I'd give it a shot. I didn't like the price action. Maybe it will break 550, then 5.6. That's what I wanted to sell at. But I don't know. It's holding the area. I could have maybe even averaged down, but here we go. God, it should do it. It should break out here. I really feel like it's going to break out. 551. Come on, there it goes. Come on. No? Woo, my lord. Five-minute chart looks okay. That's true. I really think CRVS is going to break VWAP. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I should have just held on to it. I was fairly confident, but I was really unenthused about CRVS as a whole. Nice. Hopefully some of you guys got that one. How can I get those charts on my PC? If you're using TD Ameritrade, check out the video description below. I got the links to my my TD Ameritrade outline, my chart outline. Nice break there, VWAP, boom. You know, I felt like it was bound to happen. That's the move we were kind of waiting for this whole time. At least we got some decent ones on it. It just wasn't the prettiest one. Sometimes you just got to be patient. Super true, Beat Street Music. I was not patient enough on CRVS. It is what it is. KCAC still selling off. I'm so ready for this one to break lower. I'm going to put just alerts all over this puppy. I really don't want to miss this one. We've been waiting for KCAC for quite some time. I got a limit order on this one at 1463. There's the flush on CRVS, guys. Just be careful. In my opinion. Good share, Aaron. CRVS cup and handle. Oof. I don't know, man, about the CRVS cup and handle. But who knows, man. If it works out for you, congrats. I'm a little bit iffy on this ticker at the moment. But hey, predicting these things is tough. It's all about taking your profits and managing your risk. That's really what all trading is about. WWR is really falling off a cliff of momentum here a little bit. I think it's so funny that SPI is popping up again. This stock is so stressful, Propane says. Yeah, one can hope. One can always hope. So actually, on a cup and handle, a common retracement point is where the resistance flops. So that'd be around 532. So if anything, right now, if you were looking for a trade to the upside, would probably be where you'd be looking for a move. I'm not going to be trading this one because I'm not looking for a move, but I think you could have a little bit of a pop in this area. And actually, kind of funny thought, this is also where we had a big pre-market pullback right here at 5.3. So this is where I was buying those original pullbacks. I feel like the time goes by quicker now that I'm back in Berlin. I think it's because I'm standing too, because like when I'm sitting, I get really uncomfortable, and then I start thinking about like, oh, I want to stand. And now I'm just like, you know, on a playground pretty much. Grnq, guys, this is the reversal we were thinking about. We were saying 175 is where I would have wanted an entry on Grnq. Never went down to 175, so I was too conservative. But right now, it's on a nice little upwards trend. Big buyers kind of coming in here with big volume. That's what I mean. So let's see here. Let's see what we get. Bree, happy to have you here. Just start tuning in and everything will start making sense. There's also a whole foundation video series where everything will kind of become a little bit more clear. Ooh, Grnq just had a bit of a flushy. Not super stoked about that. Also, check out Grnq. Last time it had one of these big resistance zones, it also flushed. Here we go, coming towards a big resistance zone at VWAP. Again, flushed. No surprise there. That's why I wasn't really trading it. Looks like somebody's here ringing the bell. Don't forget, guys, if you are learning something here, don't forget to drop a like. I really, really do appreciate it. It's the easiest way to support the channel. And if you want to learn more about day trading and swing trading, we're going to start around at 10:30. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon too, and just keep joining us. We come out with a recap video as well at the end of every trading day to recap what we did, to focus on swing trades as well, and all that fun stuff. CRVS, I'm really thinking this could be some sort of setup here. So I'm just waiting. What kind of problems is Weeble having? Just not really updating? It's Interpol. Oh god. In 1 year you'll understand emotional trader. Jesus. Bath and Beyond. Any chance? Maybe. I don't know. We can look at that one as well. Nice little retest there on the 9 EMA with CRVS. Bounce from 5.2 to like 5.30. Not the biggest win, like a base hit, half a base hit, but good risk reward. So congrats to anyone that snagged that. System is down completely, 1AP Pro says. Oh man, a Weeble. I think having 2 brokers is a necessity. I use TD Ameritrade for most of my stuff, and then long term I have some stuff on Weeble. But Weeble can also be used for day trading a little bit. I think it's has competitive features compared to TD Ameritrade. Those are the 2 free brokers, and then that I would really recommend. And then after that, ooh, hold on, CRVS, possible entry. After that, I think if you want to go with a direct broker like Lightspeed or something like that, I think that'd probably be the next step. But with my trading speed, I don't necessarily need a direct access broker. I think if I was like 20% more scalpy, then I think going direct access would actually make a lot of sense. Possible entry on CRVS. I think I just missed my entry. Was trying to get filled at 505 and didn't get it. Moving limit orders for now. I don't think there's any bad news on KCAC. I think it's just like just stocks. Yeah, Robinhood. I think everyone has an account on Robinhood, but I personally don't use Robinhood. I find it kind of difficult to use. I don't know why. Like, it's so simple that it's hard again. WWR spike again. Yeah, WWR is crawling. It's trying back here. I think WWR, depending on what it does for the next hour here that we're going to be on the stream, I think it could be such an interesting late day runner. So right now, WWR is having a 5-minute breakout. So looking to buy this on a 1-minute pullback would actually be a fairly decent setup. Good point, Brand. I actually hear that a lot, that Robinhood's good for options. But yeah, you need a second tool, like maybe, I don't know, what do I use for crypto? Trading View. How did I just forget the name? I use it all the time. Trading View is pretty good for charting. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it. Best live trading stream on YouTube. I'm still looking for maybe another entry on CRVS. I missed that dip just now at 507. Would have took profits so fast. WWR, you know, I'm not crazy about trading this one right now because it looks like we didn't reach the high of this shoulder, which means there's a lot of resistance here. I'd be too nervous for bigger pullbacks, but at the same time, I don't know. WWR right now is the lead gapper on the day, $221 volume. $1 million volume. So I think there's going to be a lot of people looking at this ticker. I just don't think it's for me at the moment. 1019. Let's see what happens. Yeah, always limit orders. That's no matter what, Brand. Good point. Thanks, Nana. We should hit 100. Yeah, we should hit 100 likes. Yeah, I agree. That'd be good. We have a good like ratio though. I think we hit like 30% of the people like on the streams. That's pretty awesome. For normal videos, it's usually under 10%. So yeah, hit that like button and tell your friends, tell them to join the community. It's good fun here. KCAC, oh man, below 1520, guys. I'm shaking. We're gonna start talking about swing trades really soon here. I might even start talking about it really like pretty much now because I don't know, CRVS. I'm still waiting for a setup on this one, but I just don't really know where it's gonna be. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna try to trade this at above 5 anymore. I kind of feel like that trade happened, and now I'd just rather wait for a crack of 5 and buy the retrace. I don't know. Could be wrong, but Dex, man, appreciate that dedication. That's awesome. Thanks, man. CRVS, watching. This is where I would have bought it last time, but I just missed it by 1 penny. I mean, we could easily have a nice bounce here and move back above the 9 EMA. But I was waiting for a crack of 5. I don't know if we're going to get it. Sell volume has declined more or less on a perfect linear slope there. So that's a fairly bullish sign that we have a bounce coming to some extent. Sell volume, so it's a bit of divergence, right? Sell volume going down, although at the same time the price is going down as well. But the lows are getting not higher yet, but they're getting not as low each time while the sell volume is fading. So yeah, I don't know. Already at like almost 1.5% bounce. Could have been a really simple base hit. Ronnie says, I like to look for MACD cross as a solid indicator for a bounce back. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use MACD for day trading. I sometimes look at it for swing trading. And same with the RSI. RSI is more something I'll look for divergence on the 4-hour daily, but I don't use it on the 1 minute. Yeah, only do limit orders unless you're buying like a breakout. No, even then I would do a limit order. I would just set it fairly, maybe a bit higher. That means you basically you'll execute any price under your limit order. So limit order is basically a market order with a stop. So you can get some really quick and nice entries with limit orders, just like a market order, but you just limit that maximum price at one point, right? I remember when I first started trading, I thought limit orders were really like you only buy at this price. But but in reality, it's you only buy up to that price. You guys are calling up I don't know. WWR doesn't really seem that interesting anymore for me. Grnq, let's look at it. Yeah, Grnq, nice pop higher here. Good volume on this one. 16 million float Hong Kong company with that satellite communication venture they're incubating. Kind of interesting. Looks like this could have another move here. I would give it at least one shot to break higher from here. I like the big volume on this one. Good call out. It's a Hong Kong company. 16 million float, 72 million market cap at the time, pre-market. Now it's at 147 million market cap. Another move here. Sweet setup. This one has a lot of buyers, eager buyers on this one. You can tell because it doesn't pull back all the way. That's always a really bullish sign. So strong breakout here. Nice move. This is either going to form maybe like a 1 minute bull flag pattern, or it's going to keep breaking higher and we're going to have to get aggressive and buy the pullbacks on it. So let's see what happens. Albertson for the win. Nice. Thanks, Augustine, man. Appreciate it. Here, Grnq. Let's see if we can get a little bit better of a setup here on this. Possible trade on Grnq. Bit of a bull flag setup here. Small size. Lighter volume. Back below 32. Was looking for that secondary fill. Just got it. Looks like it might crack here. Still sell volume adding up. Looking for that crack of 2.4. Looking, sell volume is selling off. That's good. Sell volume is selling off. It's dying a bit. 2.4 would be a nice crack zone. Set a stop on it. Just, it was too weak for me. Honestly, guys, it was way too weak. I didn't really trust it. We could have a nice break of 2.4. I don't know. I felt like this thing was going to get kind of in the flush territory. I couldn't even really think right now. I don't know. I'll take my 5 cents a share and just move on. Honestly, it's not a big move, but I'll take my base hit. This is my last trade on the day. I think so. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'll take a quick break. I'll be right back and we'll talk about swing trades. man, I got some Oatly chocolate milk right here. This stuff is life, guys. Oh, GRNQ, look at that move. Quick. Whew. Nice. Looks like it shook out a lot of hands, and then now there's FOMO buying going on. I don't know. Sweet move, though. I would have probably got shook out at 2.2, knowing me. Nice Shantu on the profits. Congrats, man. What a nice breakout there on GRNQ. Big volume. This could be a great entry here, a 2.6. I would be waiting for that break of 2.7. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Nice, Ramon, you got it. Sweet, man. Congrats. On the backside of the move. Brad. What's Pinterest ticker? I have no idea. Good idea, DMC. That's always a good way to do it. I'm not crazy about GRNQ based on like the former candles it's been on, but right now it's on a really nice uptrend, has pretty decent high relative volume. I don't know what it is about this ticker that puts me on edge a little bit. Yeah, Brent, that's so true. Otherwise, I would have closed just now and walked away. I mean, look at this. This is like FOMO central right now with GRNQ. This is where you have to go full like Buddhist monk mode, put on your outfit and just freaking hum. I don't know if they make that noise, but you really just got to practice self-discipline. CRVS is kind of interesting, but look at that volume. It's literally disappeared. Gerardo, always try to enter as a limit order. That's just going to help you avoid a lot of pain in the future. GRNQ, possibly a really good setup here. But at the same time, I don't really trust this ticker as much as I maybe should. I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased. I don't know. CRVS just broke the 9 EMA. Could flush again to the downside. Just a lot of very questionable moves. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put KCAC on my second screen so I don't have to look at small caps. And then, oh, guys, we had to move to, oof, man, I'm getting a little bit antsy with KCAC back here in these 15s. We had a dip at 1507. And buyers came right back on it. Nice, my stuff. Nice move. Thanks for letting me know, Ramoli. All right, guys, GRNQ, this game could still continue here. I got to say, these are really solid bull flag setups. I'm not crazy about this ticker because how much it flushed earlier. And maybe it needed time to sell off, though, before it could have had this reversal. I mean, that's a 40% move. I wanted to buy some of this around 175. We only dipped down here like at 183 or so. I don't know. A lot of these highs that weren't really held. GRNQ, 60 million flow to Hong Kong conglomerate company. They have catalyst out that they are going to incubate a satellite communication venture. You know, especially with Starlink, that's been a pretty hot topic lately. So intends this is just an intention. This isn't even like real big news. It tends to incubate a low Earth orbit satellite communication venture based in Malaysia to cover the Southeast Asia region. So basically like Starlink, but for I guess the Southeast Asia region. Am I still going to be trading Express? Yeah, so what I would like to do is EXPR. I took profits on EXPR. I took fairly quick profits. We pretty much bought on this breakout pullback around 7.2 or something like that. And then why are my trades not showing up? 1 second here. Show trades, show trades. Ugh, it's always so annoying when TOS doesn't respond like that. Anyway, we bought this kind of pullback right here. Oh, why don't you just show up? Oh, well. Okay, so yeah. We bought the pullback somewhere here at like 972, I think it was, or was it 75? Now I kind of forgot. And then it was like a 7% trade, so it must have been more like 75 or something like that. And then pre-market, I was a little bit nervous with this area, so I ended up selling pre-market right at like 82, somewhere in this area. Or actually, no, fake news, somewhere in this area. And what I actually still like this setup a lot. So what I'm going to be looking to do is buy back on EXPR. I don't think anything has changed overall for it. There was a little bit of warning here. News warning after share. Yeah, I mean, this is all stuff we already knew about, the $1 a share thing. Yeah, so that's why they're coming out with a bunch of catalysts to get the stock price over $1. That's probably why they did the whole entire, I don't know if this sounds really negative, but that's kind of what I feel like. They did that partnership with the children organization that we talked about on Friday. So I'm a little bit skeptical. But I know that EXPR is going to be coming out with a lot of PR. I know they're going to be really trying to pump their price. They don't want to get dropped from the New York Stock Exchange. If you get dropped from that exchange, it's pretty much downhill from there. Then you pretty much go into the stockyard graveyard, aka OTC markets. And a lot of people just don't trade OTCs. And OTCs are expensive. Even TD Ameritrade charges a buying and a selling fee for OTC stocks. So I don't know, better just to avoid that stuff altogether. This would be a flat top breakout right here. We're having right now a beautiful ascending triangle here, and this should either today or tomorrow, there should be a pretty solid breakout here with, I would say, potential upside of about 20% from roughly this area, with a bit of a downside. It's gotten more, so I'd probably argue around 12% or so before you can maybe quickly get out of this position. Sell volume is very, very light overall. That's a really good sign. So, yeah, pre-market showing some signs of weakness here, but some consolidation is not a bad thing. We're still in a total uptrend. So buying maybe on closer to 0.78 or averaging down or averaging up at 0.78 could be a good, interesting setup. If we go here to the 5-minute chart, this probably tells a little bit more of the story. So let's go to the 15-minute chart. So you can see the ascending triangle really forming here. So around like 0.8, 0.78, something in this area could be a good secondary entry. I have another limit order here at 0.72. I'm not sure if I'm going to, I'll leave this one just in case, but the question is, do I enter now or do I kind of wait? I'm not totally sure. I'm not totally sure. If you like EXPR, you may want to look at CHS, similar industry, price except CHS hasn't broken out. Sure, we could check it out. CHS, I actually don't know what CHS is. unless I do and I just Chico's. Oh, okay, Chico's, yeah. Look at this big volume spike. That's always a really nice sign. Let's actually go to the daily. Tells a little bit more of a story. And actually, what I always like to do on these longer, older stocks is really go on the weekly and really look back. Okay, so this CHS has been doing a lot of reverse splits lately, which shows that it's going to be much harder to get their stock price ever back to these areas. I think I even have a friend that shops there. I could ask him about how the company, if he still goes shopping there, it's still a place that he enjoys, or she goes a grill place. I don't even know. So yeah, these are kind of some critical zones I would keep an eye on. This one might not be perfect, but good call out with Chico's CHS. I actually think this is definitely something worth looking into. They're right around $1 right now on the New York Stock Exchange, so we know the dollar rule. Obviously, you don't want to. Same with NASDAQ, similar setup. Am I still waiting for a swing trade on Space? We could review Space, but man, I don't like chasing a move after it's gone like 40% from where I wanted to get in. It just kind of bothers me a little bit because typically I'd be taking profits in those areas. So not really, but at the same time, I kind of want to. CHS, this is an interesting call out for sure. It had that nice break back above $1. A little bit of volume coming back in here, not too much. Let's go to Finviz quickly. DKNG, what's that one up to? DraftKings, that was a really fun swing trade. So customer cyclical, apparel retail, yeah, this is very, very similar with a float 111, yeah, market cap 116. Definitely some big potential there. Q2 on August. They actually went up with earnings. They were worse than estimates were. I'm surprised they went up. Earnings are so weird. I don't trade earnings. They don't make any sense to me. Chico Canada files for bankruptcy July 31st. Here's what hedge funds think about Chico's. Tell me what hedge funds think about Chico's. Our calculators also show that CHS isn't among the 30 most popular stocks. Okay, so that doesn't sound too good. Let's see, hedge fund reputation shown. This is a really weird article. I'm not the biggest fan. We leave no. This is just like a straight clickbait with affiliate links and everything. Just total nonsense article. Okay, well. I think based on price actions, I think there is good risk reward. So how I would trade this without knowing anything else about the company is basically roughly at $1. There's big support here. We've already had a big bounce off of this area and we went up 200%. That's insane. Is that even true? That can't be true. Hold on. Well, that's because I went a little bit too far down. But yeah, about I would say like 130, 150%. I was like, that doesn't make sense. So if I think, if it pulls down to, let's say 90 cents, you're risking about 10 cents a share, 10% per share, right? From roughly $1. But if it pulls up to roughly $2, you get like 70% upside, which I feel like as a cyclical company, that's actually a pretty good bet. And if it basically goes below $1, most likely it's going to have a retest at like, let's say worst 97, 98 cents. So now you're risking, I don't know, 3 to 5% based on what your actual execution's like to make a pretty sizable upside. It's not the worst argument for CHS right now. We grabbing KSAC or what? Maybe. Let's see what TMC, yeah. That's true. That's funny. CHS, yeah. Kind of think here what I want to do with this ticker a little bit. I'm a little undecided. I think I'm going to watch this one. A good call out though. I'm going to put CHS on here, and I'm also going to put the other one, EXPR. I constantly forget their ticker. EX, although it's probably the easiest ticker to remember out of all the ones because it's Express, right? So yeah, CHS. Wow, kept on wanting to say K. Really good potential setup here. I think if this thing dips below 90 again, I might really just kind of enter. Maybe put it in my Roth IRA so I don't look at it too much. But good call out for sure. I think KCAC, the second it breaks 15, I'm just going to buy this one. Maybe not the second it breaks it, but I already have a limit order here, 3,000 shares roughly at 14.63. Not 3,000 shares, $3,000 position size potential if we dip this area. So that's really what I'm waiting for. KCAC, we've been waiting for this ticker a long time. There's really nothing new to say. It's all kind of stuff we've been discussing for quite some time here. We have a huge bounce area, and honestly, if it breaks below 15, this might be a decent little bit of a crack. So that's why I'm kind of really waiting for that crack of 15. We could easily get like 30 cents a share cheaper, right? So that's a big catalyst on terms of how I'm waiting for this one. KPEV, guys, the Chinese EV company. I remember we were talking about this on the bull flag it had here. Nice little pop to the upside. I don't know. I really wanted this at 1650, and it keeps just slipping through our fingers. So a little bit sad there. I don't know if I'm going to chase in these zones. Space. I like Space. I like Sir Richard. I like Virgin Galactic. I think everything is a yes on this company, but I do feel like, especially with this very weak breakout here based on volume that they're having, I feel like Space is somehow a little bit overextended. We've had a big high here, a lower high here, and I kind of feel like we might have a lower high here. And I just don't want to buy a company that tends to pull back 40, 50%, even 78% in my Roth IRA account. I don't want to jeopardize my capital like that. So to me, SPC is a little bit overvalued. I would buy this on a bigger sell-off and look for a quick pop back to the upside. But honestly, I think I would rather buy this company more for, a really 1-2 week hold, but somewhere closer to like $12. I don't know if that's way too conservative. I keep missing Space because I usually am too conservative on this ticker, but at the same time, I'd rather wait for a bigger sell-off. I don't know why my trades aren't appearing. It's kind of annoying. We're missing a lot of trades right now. Yeah, HYLN. Let me pull that one up. Oop, HYLN. Oh, KCAC literally just went to my alert again at like 15:05 and then pulled back up. But it's going to crack, guys. Just wait. It's going to crack. This looks like a SPAC. Tortoise acquisition, a special purpose, yeah, SPAC merged with Hyliion, which designs and develops hybrid suspension systems. Nice. Very cool stuff there with these SPACs. Really enjoy watching these things tick. I'd like the general support right here at 35. I don't know enough about this company to probably jump on it. Augustin, fair enough. 35% pullback. It's actually a bit more aggressive than your classic healthy pullback. $30 seems like a kind of a critical dollar zone. Let's here go to 4 hours and kind of see what some of the potential downside on this one is. It looks like this is a pretty strong crack here because we cracked it once, had a retest, now we're pulling back again. I think we might have seen our highs, at least temporarily, on HYLN. Obviously 50 is always an important zone. So it looks like this $35 zone is a really kind of key area to talk about. 45 I'd probably mention is kind of important as well. And then here we are pulling back below 35, possibly. So something into the 30s. We had a big breakout territory in the 30s. So that's probably why I would probably consider 30 being a good entry on this ticker. Maybe even like getting aggressive earlier at 33, but I think this could be a solid little dip here. You'd have a probably pretty decent upside potential on this one short term. So yeah, I'd probably wait for HYLN to have a proper pullback. HYLN. I got to learn more about this company, then I can make a video on it. GE, is it finally moving? I feel like we've been holding this company since I was a baby. All right, let's see here, GE. It's moving, but I don't think I'm green on this one. I don't think I'm green on it yet. I'm still in the red. Yeah, we have an average price at 669 because I'm kinky like that. And then, oh, we bought the pullback, and then it was like, oh, Alex got in. Let's dip 10%. 10% is always like roughly around the area of my max stop loss. When I'm day trading, it's like a hard stop. When I'm swing trading, it's kind of like either I'm averaging down or there has to be a really good reason for me to stay in it. And my reason was it's still above $6. So if we broke 6, I would buy on the retrace to 6. So I'm pretty happy that we're still alive on this one. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It's still a big question mark. HE. Oh yeah, this one still is dippy territory here. Still a lot to learn about. Let's see. Let's go to Hennessy. So Hennessy is another SPAC company. Special Purpose Acquisition Corp. Did you guys know that, I think this picture, but I know this company is located in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Some really good skiing in that area. HC. This is the Canoe car company. Shout out my best video. I need an hour of training with Alex. Honestly, DMC, there's like a plethora of recap videos I would recommend, but I think for day trading, you can get a really good overview of all the things I look for these small caps on that Skillshare foundation video series. It's very short. You can get probably through the whole thing in like an hour if you do like faster speed. And you'll know everything of the kind of the basic things that I'm looking for. And then it's all about tweaking them, sticking around every day, and then just constantly tweaking from there. This is the Grnq company. So I would check it out. It's in the link video description below. It's totally free for 2 months. And like I said, you could do the whole course in an hour. So that's why I call it a free course. You could stay with Skillshare if you like them. I've watched a few things on Skillshare. It's an interesting platform for sure. Yeah. 10.5 guys is ridiculous support on HCHC. I don't necessarily see it falling off 10.5 to be honest. So I think HCHC would be really worth a consideration. So let's kind of put that in here. So HCHC and KCAC, I think are both really good setups for swing trades. And then CHS as well. No thoughts on DAL, to be honest. I wouldn't mind learning a little bit more about WWR, the ticker we were talking about. So let's quickly go here to HCAC, kind of look at this one last time. Yeah, I really feel like these are really good zones on it. Sold off a lot today with almost no volume. So really like what I'm seeing on this ticker. If it breaks 10.5, I don't know, maybe an order around 10.3. It seems like a pretty solid setup here. I would maybe consider doing this in my IRA account because I feel like the hold on this one might be a little bit too long. I might have to hold this one too long. Grnq, a buy right now. And maybe we'll just do 41. I'm not sure what my equity actually is on this account, but I might have to do something closer to like 280. Oh, it would still be just shy. So I'll do 270. 270. Nice. You know what though? I think I actually forgot to make this. Oh, KCAC guys, back at 1528. Don't let this one buy up. Who's ever buying KCAC, stop it. we gotta let it go down a little bit more. Oh my god, if I miss my entry on that one, I might cry. Let me replace my order here. 41, 270, good. Okay, everything's fine. Let me go back to my unlimited account. I'll close this out and then we will Go back here and then open gap scanner. Actually, not the gap scanner, small cap movers. And then let's go to Grnq, which is being called out. Look at that, 218. Okay, okay. Kind of holding this area. To me, it's not really a buy opportunity right now. I don't know. This was maybe you called it out here at this break, which is kind of interesting, but yeah, still not really seeing you wanting to buy this one. Pogers? What do you mean pogers? SWBI. We gotta wrap up somewhat soon here, so I gotta be a little bit quick. SWBI, let me go to charts. Smith & Wesson brands, nice. I'm getting a little bit of pistols up in here. They've actually had quite a nice move. Let's quickly go back here to the daily. Big support roughly at 15 here. Nice bounce. This bounce was fairly predictable. I was not looking at SWBI. Nice move though. I'm not sure if I would buy him in these areas, but at the same time, I think a pullback to the 9 EMA could be a good setup, but I also kind of feel like we might retest 15. I don't know. This is a pretty good move overall. I think if there was a big move to the upside above 18, I would buy the pullback probably. Otherwise, I would probably be waiting for a move back to 15. Quality company though. This is one of those classic companies where you kind of want to start on the weekly and then kind of work your way back. It seems like 15 is a very pivotal zone. So I think buying on a retest of 15, you probably won't get a perfect retest, but somewhere around 15 would be probably a really sweet entry. So that's probably how I would play SWBI, Smith & Wesson. PogChamp. POG, Poggers. I gotta do a lot of research to keep up with Bren. I like it. I like the push. But I don't know the ticker. There's a lot of companies, and there was only one of me. I can't keep track of all of them. Poggers. I'm not sure what a Poggers is. POG. Oh, wait. I don't think this is a ticker. This is that weird emoji thing, isn't it? Isn't there a game called Pog or something? Shocked or emotional face. I don't think he's talking about tickers. I don't think so either, David. I just did a little bit of searching on my second screen. It's a meme, not a company. Yeah, he got me. BBBY. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that big old move on BBBY. Wow. Really, really good stuff here. Nice action we're seeing on this ticker. Big volume overall. Healthy pullback here. I like it. I think because this is a new high, this is a short-term possible rally here. I really like what I'm seeing. I would probably think about trading BBBI. Let me actually go to Apple quickly. I think I want to remove this limit order. It's taking up too much buying equity right now, and I don't really I'm not looking for an entry on this one. Let's go close this one, go back to BBBI, BBBY, And I like this setup. This is a great setup here. We had a freaking phenomenal breakout here. We should have been probably trading this one. But at the same time, you know, this 400% move is ridiculous. What I'm going to be looking for is a move closer back to like 16 or so. Let's go back to the daily and then kind of zoom in again. So we had a nice gap up day here. I'm not sure that we're going to see a move back to 15. I just don't really think so at this point. Big gap up day. What happened? They beat their earnings. Okay, good stuff. Actually, did they even beat it here? Wow, the earnings were negative and they're actually positive. Okay, so that's pretty big. What we know about this one, there's bigger kind of support and resistance right around like this 17 zone. This was actually one of those last areas before this thing absolutely just fell off a cliff. So let's just kind of highlight some of these key territories to keep in mind. 17.1 roughly. We even had some fake outs right here at 17.50, 17.7. So what I would like to do is zoom in one more time on Bed Bath & Beyond. Let's zoom in one more time here and think about where we want to take this ticker. Nice rally, consolidation, pullback. This is looking like it's another breakout with a little bit of a consolidation. I like the sell volume is fairly light on this one. I think this would be a fairly aggressive entry, I think, at 19.7, to be honest. After such a strong move on such a big company, I would maybe even wait for a little bit more of a healthy correction on this one. It's tough to say. This one could easily run away without you. If you bought here at 19.5, that's about a 50-50, 1-to-1 risk reward, and I'm not crazy about that. So I think Bed Bath & Beyond, I would probably rather trade on a break of 19, and I don't know where that would be, but I think I would buy this one around $17. I think there's good support there. So let's go ahead, move it good till cancel. I would probably do this with about 200 shares. 21 might be a little bit too conservative. But at the same time, I kind of like this area. I think 21 might be too conservative. So I'm going to be really aggressive and go to 27. Okay, you always want to double check your order book, guys. There's so many times where I placed my order and it actually showed something else. Sometimes you have to put like enter, you have to click enter. Sometimes you really have to make sure that you're clicking the right buttons, or else, yeah. NVIDIA is a great company. I don't know how I feel about it though. Let me quickly go through a few of these, and then we gotta kind of have to wrap up soon here. Let me go back to the 4-hour NVIDIA. Wow, such a solid increase. It looks like it's going to make a lower high on the 4-hour. I would probably look for a closer buy to 500. This has been such a strong mover, NVIDIA. I mean, it's benefiting from everything. Everything from crypto, where the miners, people need miners, NVIDIA graphics card. People are benefiting, or NVIDIA is benefiting from... it's literally endless. There's like nothing else I should really say about that. You guys know graphics cards. I'm looking for graphics cards every single day. I feel like everyone is looking for things in that direction. So what do you want me to say? I think it's probably, I have a hard time buying companies in these highs. I think that's my biggest problem. If you just probably put NVIDIA in like a investment account, something you're going to hold over a year, might be the best bet. I probably wouldn't swing trade a company like this because it's just a little bit too slow for me. I would put something like that into my Roth IRA, or not even my Roth IRA. I would actually put that one not in my Roth IRA because I'm going to hold it over a year, which means I'm going to get capital tax gains on it, so it's cheaper taxes. So I probably wouldn't put that in my Roth IRA. I would just ride it on like a year or two long position on a good entry. PLUG, this has been a pretty strong ticker. I don't know. I remember day trading this one a long time ago. To me, it's overextended. It can do an offering at these prices and just drop like a rock back to $8. I don't see Plug being a trade for me. I don't know. I'm not saying it's a bad company. I'm not saying anything really negative about it. I just don't like it in these prices. I would be selling my position, if anything, on this green spike. WWR, I really feel like the fact that this had such a strong move to the upside makes it just extremely curious for, what a multi-day cracker here. And how did I not slam that one? Do I think plug will be a bounce off of VWAT? I really don't know. I don't know. It could just be a big old crack at one point. I think I want to talk maybe about CHS today. I don't know. What do you guys think? CHS in the recap video, really kind of dig into this one a little bit more. PLUG. I think from here it might actually crack VWAP, but I don't think it's going to crack it too much. But I would look for a crack of VWAP. There's probably going to be a bounce above this area. Maybe this already was the bounce. I'm always looking for a little bit of a bounce above VWAP, but it looks like it had a nice little upwards trend, kind of lost a little bit of momentum, had that high, and now it's going to start testing the downside. How much support is there? How many people are buying this stock? How much can we sell before the price kind of finds a bottom? And so far it doesn't look like it found a bottom, so I think it's going to crack VWAP. That's my guess. KCAC might break that 15. I'm still waiting for it. Ooh, you guys are calling a lot of tickers today. EVFM. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying the content, you're learning something new here. And if you're totally new, consider subscribing. Would love to see you guys in the community again, in the chat room. Remember, we trade every morning starting at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we go till usually around 11 o'clock. Right now it's 11:11, so I'm going to make a wish that you guys hit the subscribe button. All right, EVFM. What's this ticker up to? The catalyst on EVFM, though. Let's see what we got here. I'm really not a big fan of price target news. There's no recent news for EVFM. STD prevention virtual conference. They got. That's nice. That's nice that they're working on that space. Michael B fan club. Where's Michael today? Where is he hiding? Make sure you guys grab some Apple before the iPhone event. Honestly, guys, I think grabbing Apple, putting it long-term into any sort of capital gains long-term account is just a good idea. So listen to Bren and do your research and build an investment portfolio. I don't know, EVFM, I don't know, no comment on this one. It's not something I would day trade at the moment unless volume came in. I could see it probably having a retest of 3.5 or so. I mean, there's tons of upside here, but there's also just massive downsides. You don't really know on a ticker like this. And I typically don't swing trade biotechs. I'll day trade a biotech any day, but I don't like swing trading them. Working out, his wife called him fat. Oh, poor guy. Well, at least he's keeping him fit. That's good. That's good. So you gotta have a wife that's a rock by your side, right? So if she's making him do some workouts, so be it. Good for him. Chocolate Oatly milk, guys. This is gold right here. It's pretty much as good as it gets. Thanks, Kyle, man. 11:14, guys. We're really hitting the limits today. Is anyone trading WWR long term? Is anyone swing trading WWR? Do you guys know something about WWR that I don't know about? I was thinking about making a recap video on WWR, but somehow I'm not really sure if I will. I don't know. Nice multi-day runner here for sure. It's got big volume today, $300 million. Not too bad. A lot of big gap ups today. I didn't trade it though. 50% mover. I think CHS is definitely a ticker that I might look to swing trade. I really like this call out, CHS. Thanks again. Who called CHS out? I didn't write it down. Forgot. Great call out. Yeah, Bren, I'm back in Berlin. I landed here Saturday. I had the worst morning in a long time. Saturday morning. No, wait. Sunday morning, I had to wake up for the flight around 5 a.m., which, whatever. I wake up at 6 a.m. all the time. 5 a.m. is nothing. But I was out drinking all day and then, like, day drinking. And I was like, okay, I'm going to stop day drinking at, like, 6, 7 p.m. so I can wake up at 5 without having, like, a massive hangover. I didn't stop. We went to a restaurant at like 6 from a bar, and then I drank till like 11. I only drank red wine, but like pretty good. It was nice. It was delicious. I couldn't really stop. And then just like walking back to the hotel, I was like, this is going to suck tomorrow. I woke up so hungover. I tried to pick up a backpack and I felt so miserable. And then in the Uber on the way to the airport in Porto, Portugal, I thought I was gonna throw up the whole time. I was that guy. My girlfriend she had to carry everything. I was such a liability. This hasn't happened to me in such a long time. I never ended up throwing up or anything, but I felt pretty miserable in the airport. Like I couldn't even stand at the the check-in counter. I was like, you're gonna have to check me in. It's kind of embarrassing, but every once in a while you can have a beer or two. No, man. I feel much better though today. When would you buy CHS? That is the question. When are we gonna buy this ticker? When are we gonna buy this puppy? Sooner than later, guys. I wouldn't say it had an amazing pullback. I mean, breakout. Like the first green day on EXPR, which was much nicer. This one really made me want to trade it. So that first green day was really aggressive, right? On CHS, it's not as aggressive. Oops, zoomed in way too much. It didn't hold its highs as well. I'm a certified trader. I'm not sure. I guess so, maybe. Day drinking for the gram. Yeah, Brandon, it was a little bit savage. I'm not going to lie. I usually don't do that stuff too much, but it is what it is. It was the last day on a month-long plus trip, so I got to celebrate. Yeah, too bad Oktoberfest is canceled. Maybe we could do a little bit of our own Oktoberfest. Should we schedule an Oktoberfest day? I can wear my lederhosen. I got some pretty cool lederhosen here. And then we can crack like a little beer mug during the live stream. Hey, we should do our own Oktoberfest day. What would be a good date for that? All right, we're going to celebrate Oktoberfest. If you guys have lederhosen, you guys could like post some pictures. We could have like in the Discord, we could have all the pictures coming in of everyone trading with their lederhosen on. That'd be so funny. So before I get too off topic here, I'm definitely way too off topic. Sorry about that, guys. CHS, where would I buy this one? Well, honestly, I really like pullbacks to 9 EMAs. Let's go to the 4 hour here. We've identified $4 as big time support, and this is a cyclical company, which oftentimes means that fourth quarter are good quarters. So here, fourth quarter was actually a pretty solid little move to the upside. See, November, October we had a low roughly at 10.11. So October, we are kind of in that low area again. October, mid-October, we hit that kind of low, and then we had a bit of a bounce there. Oh, this October, we literally fell off a cliff. But then technically mid-October, again, we had a nice little bounce. It's tough. It's tough. And CHS, since we're at this really, really big low area, it kind of gives me a bit more confidence. We had a bit of a triple bottom here, and then we had a nice little bounce. We had a full retrace here. I really do think this one has a good amount of upside. So CHS, not as nicely cyclical, I would probably argue at the moment based on October, but 1-1 is the place to crack. I probably would have liked to trade this one closer to $1. 4 hours, good momentum there. Let's put an order here at like 98, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'm not sure if we'll get a fill. Small size. So 98 would be fairly conservative. I'm not sure if it's going to pull back to these areas. I really do think like somewhere above $1 would be a better attempt. But I'm just going to leave it here at 98, small size, and then I'll probably end up changing this. I did with EXPR, but this would be like a very conservative flash pullback pre-market or something. I don't know. But if we get an entry here, I would start averaging down, and that would make me feel much more comfortable. I want to do a little bit more research on CHS, and then in the recap video we can talk about it. So we'll talk about that in the recap video. The charts are gonna get wild. Yeah, we'll have to add like Fibonacci on it or something ridiculous. Ooh, Bren, yeah, it's not my typical setup, but at the same time, the setup is what I like. The sub $1 doesn't make me super stoked, but I do kind of like that it's, you know, kind of a bit more large float. I don't really see this one disappearing tomorrow. They're going to try to get their price over $1 because it's a NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange. I don't really think that this one's not going to break back above 1.1 for at least a little bit. So I think there's good risk reward on it. Oh, tops, honestly, Kareem. TOPS, I was stuck in a halt to the downside during an offering on TOPS. I'm not a big fan of tops, mainly because of that, so I'm a little bit biased. But just this company is absolutely awful in terms of holding. Just a bunch of reverse splits, dilution, more reverse. Honestly, be very careful with a ticker like this. If you buy it on a massive sell-off, maybe something, but even then, it's going to get dilution, and then eventually it's going to have another reverse split. So if you're totally new to trading and stocks and all that stuff, this company was never, what is this, like 1 million? Or is that like 10 million, 100 million? I don't even know how many zeros are here. This company was never at these prices. It's a NASDAQ company, and they have a $1 listing requirement. So when it goes from $10 to $1, they have a 1 to 10, let's say, reverse split, and then they're back at $1. But your 10 shares, for example, if you had 10 shares, you now only have 1 share at $10. And then it goes back to $1, and then they do another reverse split. And before you know it, you own nothing of nothing. So I don't know, TOPS, I'm not even sure if I want to day trade this one again, because it's just, every time it tries to spike, it has so many bag holders that people dump their shares into this. And it's just not worth it. Yeah, fair enough, Kareem. It happened to me before as well. Yeah, TOPS is not a company I would want to hold. They're going to like beyond zero. They're like an exponential zero. Like you'll never get out of this zero. It's impossible. There's just too many shares at this point. TOPS, yeah, man, I'm sorry for the situation. It sucks, man, but it happens. Every trader goes through a TOPS, let's just say. DRYS. All right, let's give it just a few more minutes here. Wow, DRYS doesn't look much better than tops. This looks pretty miserable. I don't know why it went plateaued. Usually that means it was acquired or something. It's gone. Yeah, it was acquired. DRYS is gone. Got to pay for your trading education somehow. Super true. CHK and ACP, reverse. PLL, let's get a little look-see. Well, I gotta really sit down here. I think my legs are getting a little crazy. These are some crazy charts you guys are looking at. You got to be careful with companies, guys, like this. Like the chances of it coming out with an offering and it going very, very low is ridiculously high. So earnings came out. I don't know. Like these are just companies I wouldn't even swing trade based on their chart patterns. I don't know. For day trading, like I day trade a lot of stuff. Like I don't really discriminate for day trading. But with swing trading, I don't like PLL. For day trading, you know, there's volume, there's opportunity, there's clear reversals, balanced support zones, pullbacks. Like totally worth day trading. But I don't know. I don't really like it overall. It could be a great company. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not a good setup. It just means it's not for me because I have a very specific trading criteria. Day trade only, got it. Yeah, for day trading, definitely. I mean, has opportunity, right? Volume and price movement, all good stuff. All right, guys, I am out as well. Augustin just says I'm out, but maybe for day trading. What do you think? I'll pull up NNE, but after that, I'm out. NNE. This is the time of day where I just start saying ridiculous stuff because my brain's turned off. NNE. Reverse split. I don't know. It's not popping up here. Let me see. What's the name of the company? I can't find that ticker. Next Era Energy. Next Era Energy stock. It's probably because it's a foreign company. Maybe if I add an F at the end, it'll pop up. No. P3. I don't know. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like I can. What's the ticker for this one? Take care, Bren. Thanks, Dex. Drop a like on the way out. Take care, everyone. Just looking at NNE last time here, and interesting move so far. So they have a split planned, not a reverse split or a split. It's an energy company. It's a big energy company. The largest electric utility holding company by market cap. Kind of interesting. They have subsidiary Florida Power and Light. Hey, I know that company. Kind of a wicked sell-off they had not too long ago. I don't know if I would buy in these areas. Maybe I would buy closer to the 180s, 260 support zone. I don't know. This seems like to be some major resistance on this ticker. A lot of their big volume is on sell. And last time a lot of their big volume was on sell, red candles, we had one of these huge capitulations. Maybe if you believe in the company, maybe wait for a little bit bigger of a sell-off at one point. I don't know. I probably wouldn't buy in these areas, but I could be wrong. Who knows? It might keep going. They have a dividend. That's good. 2.2%. Like I said, I would wait for this thing to sell off a little bit more and then start accumulating. I don't know. It doesn't look like this company is going to go anywhere. Interesting pick for sure. Definitely worth looking more into. Nice move though. Really good. So yeah, I would probably buy this on bigger sell-offs. All right, guys, I got to run out. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Really fun little trading day here. We didn't even talk about profits. We'll talk about that in the recap video though. So not a big deal. We're wrapping up the day, $369 profit. So not too bad. Nice little way to start the week. We didn't do too many trades overall, so kind of a quick day, but still nice little trading profit here for a Monday. Couldn't be happier. Used like medium position size, so not too risky, but at the same time, we got aggressive on the right setups, I think. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. I really, really do appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow and first thing in the recap video. Till then, guys, like always, stay safe and don't overtrade. How do I turn this stream off? Where's the exit button? Ciao, ciao.